All right, guys, welcome back to week 2 of Nick's Picks Divisional Round. I don't know what we're really calling this segment
This is
because I lost.
This is our playoff pick'em. That's
The
what we'll
playoff
call
pick'em.
it.
Playoff pick'em.
All right, so after week 1, I'm now in the lead, 23 points. Bobby, close in second with 22.
Wild card weekend.
Andrew, 10 points. Week 1 of the playoffs. What does it matter?
Wild card weekend. We got to.
Okay,
This is divisional round.
After wild card weekend. Now
It's a
the divisional
marathon,
round.
not a sprint. That's what Andrew's trying to say.
The tortoise.
So
and
I
the hare.
think I was the only one to hit on the Jaguars game, and then
That
all
was-
of us missed the Bengals game because we all picked the Bengals. Andrew
Yep.
and Bobby got the Dolphins. I missed picking the Bills, and then
we hit on everything else.
all of us hit except for you on the Bucks because you picked Bucks. and
I
me and
did
Bobby
pick the
picked.
Bucks. That's right. That was,
And
that
that's-
was a reckless choice.
Yeah, that was.
That's
that was a legacy pick on Brady's part there.
The main difference here is me and Bobby went very heavy on the Cowboys, and Andrew went on the Bucks with just a normal amount. So that's why we're up 13 and 12 from him. All right, so starting with the first game, Saturday games, Jaguars at Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 8.5. Big spread. I'm gonna roll with Chiefs for 4 points.
I'm
Just-
taking. Go. Sorry.
just because of if the game starts out how the Jaguars played last week, there's no way they're coming back.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely that Trevor Lawrence throws 4 picks that quick like he did.
Yeah, I hope
I'm
he
taking the Jags. I'm just gonna throw 1 point on it. I don't know. It's an 8.5 point spread, and with what Jacksonville's done this year, I'm kind of at that point where I want to start giving them a little more credit. And I feel like I've gone through most of the season going, oh, it's Jacksonville. They're not good. They're not good. But I think they're legitimate and they can actually hang in there against the Chiefs. I don't think they'll win, but I think they can cover 8.5 points.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not too confident in there though because it could be a blowout really quickly.
Yeah,
with
hence the
Chiefs.
1 point.
Yeah,
That's
so
all I'm willing to risk on it.
I'm throwing one on it.
You
As
gotta
well.
use the 1 point eventually.
Yeah. So this just seems like the game to do it. If you're gonna go on the Jacksonville side, throw
Yeah.
1 point on it.
All right, moving into second game of Saturday, Giants at Eagles. Eagles are favored by 7.5. I'm riding with the Eagles on this one. I'm gonna put 7 points down. I like Jalen Hurts. I like how the team is working. The Giants scare me a little bit though, just because it's a division rival. They have played them twice.
Yeah.
So you really never know what's gonna happen in this
Are
game.
you the NFC favorite? Is that
For the Eagles?
Yeah,
No,
are they
my
your favorite?
NFC favorite is the 49ers.
Okay,
That is one of the most complete teams.
All right.
Oh,
Fair.
yeah. No, I'm going to throw 5 points on the Giants. My reasoning is that in their final matchup in the regular season, Jalen Hurts played. Giants rested their starters. They lost by 7 points. I'd like to think if the Giants can do what they did, if they are firing like they were against Minnesota, which they're not, but even if they a little bit are to that team, then I think they can cover that one. If you can establish a running game with Saquon and Daniel Jones, because we know Daniel Jones' legs can be a difference maker. If you can just control the time of possession, even if you lose, it should be a close game. So I'm going to throw 5 on the Giants because I think they have the ability to establish a running game that really keeps the Eagles from being able to pull away in this one.
No, I agree with you there. I'm going Giants too. Eagles are gonna win, but I think the Giants can cover that 7.5.
So you're putting 2 points on them?
Yeah, putting 2.
All right. So then Sunday games, Bengals at Bills. Bills are favored by 5. This one's tough because they didn't get to play their full regular season game, so it's hard to pick which one. For me, they both had very disappointing games last week. I think both of them should have had the capability to blow out the team they were playing, but they didn't. I'm going to go Bills for just 1 point because to me, the Bengals are my AFC team I would not want to play. They're the Chiefs killer, and I think the Chiefs have a good chance of winning. So they're my favorite to make it out just because all they have to do is beat the Bills. And I'm highly confident in them beating the Chiefs for a 4th time. But I'm just so unsure of this. I'm just so unsure of this game. So I'll put 1 for the Bills because DeMar Hamlin, if he shows up at the game, that's just going to be a spark that they're going to have that the Bengals
Right.
don't have. So I'll give them the slight benefit of the doubt.
No, I get that. This is a tough one to pick. I think this is the best matchup of the weekend, personally.
Like how
Just
is this not
the
a
two
top pick?
quarterbacks facing each other, the defense that Joe Burrow is going to go up against, the talent that is on that offense going against that Bills defense. I'm putting 10 on the Bengals in this one. Partially because that is one of the lower point totals I have left to put on a game. So I'm stuck putting something big on it. But I like the Bengals in the matchup more. I know we didn't get to see that Monday night game, but from the teaser we did see, Bengals offense moved the ball well. So Bengals, I just think they're a team that's built to win, and they're a team that can hang with anyone, and I just like them taking the Bills whether they win or lose, it's going to be a less than 5-point margin of victory either side.
No,
So-
I agree totally with that. That's why I went Bengals 11 points. Yeah, they just have a really good offense, and I feel like the Ravens, they saw the Ravens 3 times this year, so I feel like the Ravens had a really good defensive plan to shut their offense down. But the Bills only got to see them for like 2 drives. So I feel like their offense could get going, and
This could very well be final field goal wins it for
Yeah.
one side or the other kind of game.
The only
This is
reason
going to be a
I'm
good
putting
matchup.
The Bills is because, unlike you, I think it's going to be a touchdown this side of the game. I don't see these teams kicking field goals at all,
We'll
which
see.
is just weird. But I'm like, okay, so if it's going to be a 7-point spread, if it does happen to flip in my favor, then
That's
I'm
fair.
gonna take the 1 point. That's why I just put 1 on it.
No, I get the logic.
faith.
I get it. I get the reasoning. Trust me.
And
I
then,
like the Bengals in the matchup regardless, win or lose.
Moving into
Just
the
against the
Sunday primetime game, Cowboys at 49ers. 49ers favored by 3.5, the smallest spread of the week. This is the primetime game, Bobby, because this is America's team. You don't have to agree
49ers.
with it, but
Yeah,
the Cowboys are the
yeah.
49ers, or Cowboys 49ers. I'm gonna go 49ers for 8 points. Kind of like Andrew, this is one of my lowest point totals for this one, but also this is insane. This is like going to be one of the toughest games. If both offense and defense show for the Cowboys, this is going to be the game of possibly the playoffs, just because of how evenly matched on paper these two teams are.
Yeah.
That if it shows up like that, I can imagine this game being 40-40, or it could be 17-17. Like there's
Yeah, these two teams match up really well. And that's obviously the spread indicates that with 3.5 points. I'm also rolling with the 49ers. I'm just going with the team that I think has a little bit edge in talent. There's more on that offense. If we're talking Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, that's better than the other 4 options that Dallas has. Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott. This might upset Cowboys fans, but I think that's kind of a wash there just because Purdy's been playing incredible. Plus, he's in a system where it's hard for him to not play bad, or it's hard for him to play bad. Dak has had a turnover issue this year. Now, Dak had a great game against the Bucs. He looked really good. But this is a whole different defense, and I see the defenses are going to be the sides of the ball that set the tone either way. So I'm just going with the team that I think has a little bit more on offense to overcome an overpowering defense, and I think it's the 49ers. So I'm throwing 7 points on that one. It's the lowest amount of points I have left after my 1 and 5 earlier. I didn't want to put something too big just because it's a close spread, but I like the 49ers in this matchup. I think they have a little bit more weapons to be the difference maker there.
I agree with you. I really like the 49ers in this matchup. They have great defense, high-powered offense with all those weapons. I'm going 13 on 49ers.
You're using it. Number
Yeah.
13. Big number 13 being
Big
thrown
number
out there.
13.
Let's go, Dallas. Hey, you just have to lose your 13. I can live with losing my 7.
yeah, that's
If I lose my 13, that's a big blow. But
I know it's a big blow. Listen, I still got some heavy hitters left in this. I got 11, 12, and 13 coming at you guys in these next couple weeks.
so yeah. So this week, Andrew and Bobby picked the exact same teams, different point spreads, except for the Jags game where they picked the exact same.
Andrew copied me on that.
Or no, yeah, because you guys both picked the Giants. Yeah, you guys picked the exact
I
same
can-
thing for everything.
We really can't make up anything pretty
Yeah,
much.
So pretty much what's going to come down to is then after this week, Bobby has 19 points left remaining to get. I'll have 30 points remaining to get, and Andrew will have 36.
The tortoise and the hare.
So depending on what happens this week is what we'll really get to see. And then there's only 2 games to pick next week.
And you got to
Then
put big
it
money
gets
on
weird
those.
because
You
then
have to.
Bobby has 3 and 4 point and 12 points remaining.
I know he
Me and
does.
Andrew have our 12 and 13 points remaining. So it's
It's a tough.
It might come down to the
I
Super
put myself
Bowl.
in a little bit of a hole, to be honest, with how far behind I am.
the Super Bowl
somewhere.
might be your 13-point user, which is going to suck because we have no idea what it could
Yeah,
be.
theoretically, the hardest matchups to pick are going to be these last 3 games after this
That's
weekend,
why I
and
went-
I have my highest points.
That's
to
why
put.
I went.
But the
high
spreads
first.
should also be the closest, which means if I'm just picking off of who I think should win, I just need them to win, pretty
Unless
much.
it's Jacksonville versus Cincinnati, then it's probably going to be another big spread.
Yeah, in which
Yeah.
case I'm just gonna be like, fuck.
Just
I'm
Jacksonville.
I'm just
Yeah, if
it's a-
Jacksonville beats the Chiefs and goes to play whoever in the AFC Championship, they can't do them
Give me
dirty.
Jacksonville. I will root for
like
them.
you have to.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to. It's just
I'll root for them. But
I will buy a Josh Allen jersey if the Jaguars win, but of the Jaguars, not.
Oh,
the
okay.
Bills.
I was like, wait.
I knew
yeah.
Bobby was like,
Bobby
what
was
the?
like,
I was like,
yeah,
I was like, that doesn't make any
There's
sense.
Josh Allen, the linebacker.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's our playoff pick'em. Thanks for listening, guys. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will talk to you next week.
So yeah.
See ya. Did a tour.